Agatha hid the mirror in her dress before spinning on her heel and ushering Sophie out of the sewers. That strange, sputtered look on Agatha's face that Sophie remembered. But now the scene was vanishing, the secrets exposed. As Sophie felt herself put back into Professor Sanders' office, her head faint and breath throttling, her eyes flying to the desk. The food crops and soggy books and bad penmanship that hadn't belonged to Professor Sanders at all, but to the boy who had taken over as history professor once the old seer was gone. My office. Mine. Slowly, Sophie turned to Agatha, her heart on fire, her body shaking so hard she couldn't see straight. Agatha nodded towards the broom closet. Sweat dripped off Sophie's palms. Every step she took seemed as if she was taking 8 steps back, like she was clinging to the fringes of a dream just when she was waking up. She couldn't breathe, her hand clasping for the closet door, stuttering onto the knob, turning it the wrong way, then the right way. The jab stuck before she shut it with a smell, blasting the door off its hinges. The darkness inside overwhelmed with light. Sophie dropped the mirror, shattering the glass. Every shot reflected him. He was skinnier than before, weakly pale in a thin black shirt and black breeches, his hair dark and jagged, his arms and legs cut up and heavy white bandages peeking out from his shoulders and chest. But his eyes were strong, hot with life and locked on Sophie, as if he was afraid to blink. "It's a trick," Sophie croaked. "It's impossible." The spy stepped out of the closet. "Every good story needs a little impossible," said Hunt. "Otherwise, no one would believe it." Sophie's legs jellied, the distance between them feeling as wide as an ocean. "I'll leave you too," said Agatha at the door. "Aggie," Sophie gasped. Agatha looked back at her, her eyes shining with happy tears, brimming with love. And suddenly, Sophie realized that she had it all wrong. Agatha would do anything for her. She always had. She always would. And on this, her wedding day, it wasn't her own happy ending that Agatha had been determined to make happen. It was her best friend's. Agatha gave her a wink, then closed the door behind her. Sophie swallowed, struggling to focus on Hunt, as if gazing into the sun. "How?" "Kept myself alive just long enough to be rescued," he said. "An old friend found me, who happened to be an expert in forest survival. Nursed me back to health." "An old friend? Who?" Sophie asked. "I mean, really, really old," said Hunt, nodding out the window. Sophie peeked through and glimpsed a wrinkled, bearded groom on the lawn, sweating at Neverboys with his stuff, eating the wedding cake. "Hooligans. Yuba is back. Shipshape. Shipshape." This whole time, Yuba was searching for missing files on Ryan and Japan from the living library. Hot sat behind her. Never found them, but she found Aladdin's mirror in a Pasha Dunes pawn shop. Tajus must have lost the mirror in the desert before one of the Sultan's soldiers sold it off, not realizing what it was. I had planned to use the mirror to bring you into my secrets, but then Agatha showed up and ruined everything as usual, so I had to improvise. This is real, Sophie thought. This is happening. She turned back, taking heart in, finally letting herself believe it. I thought I lost you. I thought you were dead. She wept, moving towards him. She wished for him. Wait, he said, drawing back. He turned away, his face quivering. There's something I need to tell you. Sophie's stomach wrenched. She had been waiting for it. Her happy endings always came with a catch. Tears slid onto her cheeks. The wolf part of me, he said quietly. The wolf that was just in the tree. He couldn't look at her. Is that? Sophie went still. The parts of me you liked. The strong part, the beast. My ones were too great for it to survive. Hot confessed, his voice broken. It's just me now. Recently owed me. And I know that isn't enough for you. Sophie didn't say anything for a moment. She stood taller on her heels. No, it isn't enough for me. Hot hung his head. Tears was the Sophie's eyes, watching him. It's more than enough. He froze, slowly raising his chin. You have always been enough heart of Bloodbrook, said Sophie. You, who was strong enough to die for the girl you love and still find your way back to her. You, bold, big-hearted, beautiful you. It's me who wasn't enough. Me who kept searching for fantasy love instead of real love. It's me who didn't deserve you. She touched his cheek. Until I opened my heart big enough and found you here, waiting patiently, a piece of me all along.